Former President Donald Trump is not only removing Robert F. Kennedy from being a potential running mate, he is calling him a wasted protest vote that is even more radical than President Joe Biden and his green new scammers. Welcome to Dave's Club, your one-stop shop for all things Patriot and conservative. I'm glad you're here. Let's take a look at the news. According to former President Donald Trump, RFK Jr. is a Democrat plant, a radical left liberal who's been put in place in order to help crooked Joe Biden, the worst president in the history of the United States, get reelected. Trump wrote Friday on Truth Social. Trump continues, a vote for Jr. would essentially be a wasted protest vote that could swing either way, but would only swing against the Democrats if Republicans knew the true story about him. Despite past praise of Kennedy for his independent positions and breaking from Democrats and Biden, Trump exposed the quote-unquote radical left positions his third-party opponent espouses. Jr. is totally anti-gun, an extreme environmentalist who makes the green new scammers look conservative, a big-time taxer and open border advocate, and anti-military veteran. Trump added the famed Democrat family might have rejected Kennedy for his independent ideas, but conservatives should reject him too in November. His radicalized family will never allow him to be a Republican, and his chief funder is the VP candidate that nobody ever heard of except her husband, who's been stripped of a big chunk of cash. We all know who he's talking about. She puts herself down as a businesswoman, or maybe a doctor, and actually, I guess you could say that she's right. Her business was doing surgery on her husband's wallet. She's more liberal than Jr. by far, not a serious person, and only a pot of cash to help get her no-chance candidate on the ballot. Trump obviously is talking about Nicole Shanahan. Yeah. Energy-conscious Republicans cannot vote for an extreme environmentalist like Kennedy, Trump added. Finally, Trump wrote, I lived with RFK Jr. in New York and watched him convince Governor Andrew Cuomo to make environmental moves that were outright nasty. Upstate New York was not allowed to drill or frack, as Ohio, Pennsylvania, and others ripped off New York energy. Because of this, prices have skyrocketed all over that part of the country, but especially upstate New York and New England. Their energy costs are the highest in the U.S., with the exception of California, run by Gavin Newsom, the worst governor in the state's history. Even Biden would do less damage to the U.S., Trump concluded. I'd even take Biden over Jr., because our country would last a year or two longer prior to collapse. But it would be dead either way. His views on vaccines are fake, as is everything else about his candidacy. Let the Democrats have RFK Jr. They deserve him. Trump at his finest. Boy, when he goes in for the kill, he doesn't leave a scrap of meat on them bones. Okay, that's our show for today. Please support the channel by hitting the like and subscribe button. I'm trying to churn these out on a daily basis, and you don't want to miss it. See you next time.